Okay, so thanks for joining the ConnectGS demonstration today. ConnectGS was built as a mobile-first platform for our originators. Our vision of digital mortgage is such that we want to enable our salespeople and top producing salespeople to do more loans. You'll notice here we're looking at my phone for the demonstration. ConnectGS is a mobile-first platform. What that means is that it takes advantage of mobile technology, so things like Touch ID to log in. The username and password stay directly in sync with Encompass so that you don't have to have multiple passwords per system. You can quickly log in using Touch ID on your phone safely and securely. So the first feature I'm going to show you today is the daily feed. So the daily feed was built for the high producing loan officer to be on the road and be able to keep in touch with their pipeline at any time. You'll receive emails and text message notifications from us as your loans move through status, as you would expect, but also all of the statuses will log for you in your daily feed. So this tool allows them to basically at the end of the day go back and just quickly review everything that's happened. These are my internal notifications here. Now you'll also notice a section at the top that I'm going to tab over to called Notifications Sent. So ConnectGS is also a real-time status notification engine. We log all of the external statuses that go to your borrowers and real estate agents in your Notifications Sent section. Here in my ConnectGS, I have an example of a pre-qualification letter that I sent to a customer. I can click on that notification and it will actually bring up a real view of that notification right on my phone. Again, all your external notifications to realtors and borrowers will be logged here though. Okay, next we're going to move on to the new lead section. So the other thing that ConnectGS does is it allows you to service your customers from anywhere. So imagine for a second that you're a high producing loan officer, you get a call 6 o'clock at night on a Sunday night from a customer, you're at your kid's baseball game. You want to be able to service that customer, and so I'm going to click on the New Lead tab, and I'm going to start that workflow. So as an example, I can quickly capture that lead as I'm talking to that customer. And let's say that Susie, homeowner, tells me that she's buying a house for $500,000 and she wants to close on March 31st. So I quickly captured that information. I'm going to go ahead and save it, and after I save that, it's going to ask me if I want to open that lead. Go ahead and hit yes, and it's going to bring me to the lead card. So now she's in my phone. The next thing that we asked loan officers was, what are the next steps that you usually go through in this process? And so a lot of times they had said, well, the customer wants to know about how much that house is going to cost. I'm going to click on the payment button here, and it's going to bring up my mortgage calculator. So a lot of loan officers have mortgage calculators on the phone. The problem with them is that they're decentralized. They tend to not remember who or what payments they've sent, and there's really no tracking. And so we wanted to give loan officers the ability to track those payments, those outgoing payments. The other thing that we wanted was we wanted to be able to build a direct integration with our mortgage insurance company, and so we partnered with Genworth. We have a direct tie to their MI rate card. Here, when I calculate my payment, it will reference that card for an accurate mortgage insurance quote. So I'm going to go ahead and update my payment, and I'm just going to run through that scenario with Susie while she's on the phone. So she told me she's purchasing. The purchase price is going to be $500,000. Let's say that she's only putting $50,000 down. The taxes are $6,000, and the insurance is going to be $1,500. I know my rate today is roughly 4 1/8, and let's say we're doing a 30-year fixed. And my credit score is 740. We're asking for the credit score because we need that in order to get a directionally accurate on my quote. So you'll notice it calculated my payment, and now I have everything here. Now, we asked loan officers next, how do you send it? And so some of them would screenshot them, text them over, some of them would email them. We just wanted to make a very cumbersome process a lot more streamlined. And so you'll notice because it's a mobile first platform, I can just click on the text button. It automatically launches a text message on my phone with all of my information. I can go ahead and send that information to my customer very easily, available there with all my contact information right at the bottom so that they know how to get in touch with me. So that's how you send payments. And we asked loan officers, what's the next step? And the feedback that they gave us was, once you send the payment, the customer needs to pre-qualify. And so they need to apply first. And so we have an A for application, and we have 3 different options for an application. So I could email an application link, I could text an application link, or I could take a full application on my phone. So in this first example, I'm going to go ahead and text that application link, same technology, same workflow as the payment. I just quickly send my mobile-enabled website to my customer. Every loan officer here has their own website with a mobile-enabled interview-style application that a customer can use. If I click on this link on my phone, it will take me directly to it. This is an example of my website, and as a customer, I can go ahead and apply now, and it will start that application workflow for the customer. Now, my other option as a loan officer is I can take a full application on my phone. Just by clicking on Full App, you'll notice we've built our proprietary application on mobile. It directly syncs into Encompass, so when I'm done, I just go ahead and submit it, and it will be available in Encompass for me. You'll notice again that it's streamlined. We've adjusted some things to be more mobile friendly, things like declarations, but it's a full application. You go through the workflow all the way to the end, where you can go ahead and submit that application into Encompass. Once you've submitted that application to Encompass, that lead now becomes a loan. Now, I'm going to skip past new lead for this next part, and I'm going to go into the Client Manager. So in the Client Manager, I have my leads available, where you will see Susie homeowner that we just talked about in the system. I also have loans. So one of the things that we really wanted to focus on was the mobile-enabled loan officer, and the loan officer being able to have access to all their information at their fingertips. I'm going to pull up an example loan real quick to show you exactly how this works. So you'll notice I've just pulled up an example loan on my phone. It has a bunch of different information about the customer right on the loan card. So I can click to call, see some information at a quick glance on the loan. I can also click on the loan card to flip it over to see some additional information. And then I have 5 options at the bottom. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the loan detail. It looks like an address book. When I click on the loan detail, it will pull up all the information directly from Encompass so that I can see everything that I need to about this loan. So if a customer ever calls you, can't remember what their payment is going to be, or an agent needs status, you can see everything here. I have my current loan information. All my appraisal information will be here. My lock information, this loan is not locked, but if it was, it would be here. My underwriting information. So we automatically generate approval letters when a loan is approved by underwriting, whether it be conditionally approved or final approved. Sometimes those are difficult to read on a phone, and again, we wanted this to be a mobile-first platform. So you have your entire underwriting summary here with all your expiration dates and actually all of your conditions in a more mobile-friendly format for you. If you scroll back up to the top, you could also make notes to your underwriter, and then you can also see all of your contacts in a file. So if you ever can't remember the agent's name, need to get in touch with the homeowner's insurance company, those will all be logged here for you in the loan cards. The next thing I'm going to show you is the pre-qualification engine. So we wanted to be able to send pre-qual letters directly from our phones in order to service customers and get them to them faster. So I'm going to click on PQ for pre-qual, and it will start my pre-qualification engine. It pulls my data directly from Encompass. It does not send the data back to Encompass. We don't want to be updating addresses that do not have purchase agreements yet in files. And so a lot of the times these will be TBDs, but if you needed to put a specific address on it, you could. Looking here, I have an address in this file. I can go in here now. I can change anything that I need to. If I need to change this to 300,000 as an example, I can make that change. I can set my expiration date or move it accordingly. I'm going to get to the end, and I'm just going to go ahead and send. So again, the old system, we used to have to print out a pre-qualification letter from Encompass, sign it, scan it, upload it to an email, find the agent's email, send it to the agent and to the customer, all from a computer or a laptop. Now you can do it all straight from your phone, very simply, very quickly, in a streamlined workflow so that you are not chasing down customers. Now, the next item that you'll notice on the loan card is FP. That stands for our Fast Pass program. As I'm sure you've heard, we underwrite TBD loans here at Gold Star. The Fast Pass is our pre-approval package that we send out to customers. I'm not going to go through the engine. It's the same exact engine as the pre-qual, just another way to send it. And then the last piece I want to show you today is services. So if you notice on the far right, you have a services icon where you can order credit and verifications directly from your phone. We do have some plans to implement future services as well. I just wanted to show that feature real quick to know that you can do that. So again, you can service your customer from anywhere in a secure fashion. The next feature I want to show you is leaderboards. So we drive a culture of competition here at Gold Star. If you click on leaderboards, you'll be able to see at any given time, based on either units or volume, where you stand in the company in terms of production and what your current ranking is. The next feature I want to show you is surveys. So ConnectGS automatically sends out customer surveys to your customers. When I click on the My Surveys button, I can see my results. We also have a Zillow integration with our surveys. So if you like to use Zillow reviews, in place of our survey, we'll host your Zillow link and send a link to your customer asking them to leave you a review on Zillow so that we can help you drive some of those Zillow reviews. This is just an example of how you can review some of your satisfaction ratings from your customers. At Gold Star, we have a very customer service culture, and one of the things that we really try to provide access to is availability of our staff. And so the company directory hosts all of the corporate employees and their direct emails and phone numbers so that you can get in touch with anybody at any time. We post our turn times in ConnectGS. You get emails every morning from us with turn times, but we also post them here so that you aren't having to dig through your emails to find your turn times throughout the day. And the last piece I want to show you today is Zendesk. So again, like we said earlier, we have a very strong culture of customer service here. One of the things that we operate here are help desks, and all of our help desks run through a program called Zendesk. You can put in any support tickets that you may need here. If you need help with something, you want to reach out to the support desk, they're all available so that you aren't having to remember who to go to. You can just quickly put it in right from your phone from wherever you are. And that's everything for the mobile app.